Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. I have a Power Rangers Ninja Steel review for you here. This is the villain Ripcon. I was only able to find one of these at Toys R Us today. I was hoping to do all three of the new villain figures for you that have started showing up. The first 5 Rangers were in the first wave, and then now the kind of second wave, or 1.5 depending on how you want to look at it, is these 3 villain figures. But unfortunately, Ripcon was the only one I was able to find. Now, they don't really do bios for these characters anymore. Just get kind of a nice picture from the show, and then they advertise that all the figures can sit in the cockpit of the Megazord. I don't think you'd really want your villains to sit in the cockpit of the Megazord, so maybe it would have been neat to have some bios on there. But I'm wondering if it's like a conscious decision to not leak anything about the show yet. I'm wondering if they re-release these after the show comes out. Maybe they'll have bios, and for now they just don't want to say anything really. Don't know that 100%, just kind of a guess. But in any case, we'll go ahead, we'll get Ripcon out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here he is out of the packaging. I think he looks pretty good, I have to say. They did a nice job with all the different colors. He doesn't have a tremendous amount of paint. It's mostly just in the chest and head area, but they did mold the pieces out of different colored plastic so that at least you do have some different colors going on here. He comes with these 2 swords. Unfortunately, because he's kind of packaged holding them in the, holding them out to the side like this. For some reason, I don't know if they stretched his hands out or what, but mine fall out of the hands very easily. It's kind of a bummer. Maybe if I switch them up there, I don't know. Just like, well, of course it'll prove me wrong, but you can see they kind of fall out kind of easily. And I've kind of tried to just, close the hands up, just smoosh the plastic so that maybe it'll kind of catch better. So I don't know if that's because of how it was packaged or if the hands are just too wide, but they don't really seem to want to hold on to the swords too well. It's kind of a bummer. Oops, and now I'm flinging them all over the place. But putting them off to the side for a minute and just taking a look at the figure itself. Like I said, nice detail and paint in the chest, and I really like the head. I'll try to get a little bit closer. So you can see there, you have the line of red and blue down the middle, but the yellow of the eyes goes across and still lined up pretty well, so I think that looks pretty neat. The crazy wild white hair around the side and back, and then he's got kind of this ponytail, which is the blue piece that goes all the way around, as you can see. So really neat design there. I like that a lot. And then he's got the brown coat, which goes around, and then he's got solid blue arms, black, and then he's got pink here for the shins and feet. Starts at the knee, basically. Unfortunately, the hips on mine are really loose. You can see out to the side. I mean, he does have a really nice amount of articulation for a villain figure. His head can move slightly from side to side. He has the same kind of ratchet in the shoulders that the male figures have. He's got 90 degrees, pretty much 90 degrees in the elbow. And then he's got these really loose out to the side hips. Now, you can go front to back as well, but for whatever reason, mine are really loose out to the side. And then you have 90 degrees in the knee. So a real nice amount of articulation, especially for villain figures, which usually, have some kind of weird blockiness or something to them, and that prohibits the feet or the arms or something from having articulation. This guy's pretty good. I mean, he's got almost the same level of articulation as a Ranger. He's just kind of missing the, forearm and, calf swivel that they usually have for their gloves and boots. But otherwise, really nice articulation. If I could just get him to hold these swords. Maybe if I switch hands. See if I have better luck. It's really mostly the left hand, but that does seem to help if you switch hands. Seems to be a little bit better. But yeah, overall, I really like him. I like his design. I love the amount of articulation he has. And the 2 sword accessories are pretty nice. It would have been awesome to have them with a little bit of paint so they weren't solid blue, but I understand. Most of the time the weapons are a solid color because it cuts down on costs, and I get that. So, but yeah, overall, I definitely recommend them. I really think they did a great job, and I'm excited to get a villain figure that kind of has almost the same level of articulation as one of the Ranger figures. I'm pretty sure that this guy is going to be like a general. He's not just a villain of the week. In Ninja, his name was Raizo Gabi, and he was around for a while. He would constantly challenge the Red Ranger to sword fight to determine who was better. So might continue that kind of theme in Ninja Steel. We'll have to wait and see, but I think he's definitely going to be around for a couple episodes. So very cool figure. Definitely recommend it. Really nice articulation and pretty nice paint. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Ripcon from Power Rangers Ninja Steel, and thanks so much for watching.